I'm Renee.
And I'm Debbie, and together
We
we
are
are
the
the
Roundtable
Roundtable
Recap.
Recap.
Hey, welcome back. We're on the Traitors, and this is season 4, episode 7. And actually, kicking off, we are not starting at breakfast. This time, we're starting at the banquet, and pretty much everyone is on high alert because they're suspecting something's going to happen. Um, I will say that Lisa's dress choice was really extravagant. So the little amulet pin thing, I think it was a good choice for her to pull it off.
Yeah, did you see like everybody's outfits? They were kind of over the top. I'm wondering were they told to I mean, like what was Candace wearing? What
Yeah,
was
it had to have been like
Yeah.
a fancy banquet, go all out. So yeah, but I thought it was funny because Jam Jam's like, I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm not no drink, no food, no in his confessional. But
Yeah.
I think it was smart though for Lisa not to go after Colton because she said if I go after Colton, it would be too obvious that she's the one who did it. Uh,
Right,
so I liked how she was just kind of like surveying, who was, the best choice to go after.
right. And I liked at the banquet too that it kind of helped her in a way that there was so much going on because what you had the cards that were on
Hmm.
the table, you got the food, toasting,
Hmm.
so there was a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I even liked when they sat down and Candace, she confirmed it without like making it obvious to Lisa saying, or she said something like, I forgot the way she worded it, but like, are you feeling successful in life or something to that degree? So I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of smart of her.
Yeah, but did you see where they were sitting? Lisa and Candace?
Oh, across from one another?
Why are they always together?
Always. I know. I don't know.
I mean, Dorinda's a housewife too, but I mean, Lisa and Candace, come on, split up. One of you go sit by Dorinda.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know why they're always together. I don't know. Um, but yeah, then of course Alan comes in and this dramatic way of telling him that someone is, chosen, or I forgot how he worded it, but basically poisoned because the twist is that they come out with two antidotes. And they've never had that before, so I kind of liked it, but yeah, you could see that everyone was all of a sudden,
Oh, chaos.
yeah, it was chaos and everyone was questioning everything. And yeah, I thought the tarot cards were a good way to distract because then they were looking at, okay, well, who touched the cards? And then not only who touched it, but like the faces on the cards, what did it mean?
Yeah, I don't know why Steven wanted people to like he told Johnny to turn over a card or pick a card or I don't understand.
I,
I mean,
I,
maybe he just wasn't thinking, it's just, innocent. He's a faithful anyway, but it was just weird because, then people started focusing on that. And then, Tara is scared of Dorinda because Dorinda served her
yeah,
turkey.
yeah. Yeah, I laughed through this scene because yeah, everyone just doesn't trust nobody at this point. Like, who
No,
touched what? What
right.
happened? And then yeah, the fight over the antidote, Natalie and Tara versus well, I guess it was Tara versus Natalie, but Kristen was so sure that she needed one as well.
Well,
So
because Johnny was the one that turned over her card. So
yeah,
that's why Kristen got one.
yeah. But I thought it was funny how yeah, of course, you find out that it was Jam Jam, and how he's like, Lisa, she kissed me. She kissed me. I was like,
At least it's like, what?
yeah. She's like, it wasn't even the kiss.
Dear.
But I thought how she played it was really good. Like the whole like, oh, it unclasps. Can you clasp
Right,
it? Like I thought
right.
it was really smart of. Oh, I
It
mean,
it was, but he focused on
the
the
kiss.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I thought I was like, oh no, Lisa's in trouble. I mean, because she was already on everyone's radar, and then you
Yeah.
add that in.
thought it was unfortunate that they did it right there in front of everybody. I wish that, because in previous episodes, when something like this, when somebody's been targeted, you find out the next day. And with this one, I guess to make it dramatic with the vials and everything, but they still could have done it the next day. I think it was
Yeah.
kind of unfair to Lisa that they did it right then and there.
Yeah, because as he's being taken away, he's yelling, Lisa, she kissed me. She kissed me.
I know. I mean, when his last words, it's
Oh,
how can you
yeah,
fight that? Oh,
I
yeah.
know. And you can't, there's no way you can even say, like, that's really what the
Right.
reason was. And obviously it wasn't, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's what everyone,
It wasn't the kiss, it was the amulet.
yeah. 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 So I thought that was, yeah, it was unfair. I agree. Unfortunate the
Yeah,
way that it played out. So you move into breakfast and it's the three traders that walk in. And of course, they're like, so what's the plan today? Candace right away is like, let's diffuse the situation. And here's
right.
Rob. Well, I was just going to take a back seat. And they're like,
I'm gonna keep acting the way I've been acting.
yeah, they're like, no, you need to do more. I mean, it's true though. Like Rob just,
Well, I mean,
uh,
I can see his point, because how is Lisa going to fight Jam Jams? How
yeah.
is she going to fight that? How?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I feel like because they're right in saying that, the Traitor alliance comes before the other alliances. So I just feel like he doesn't do the Traitors any favors. Like
no,
I mean, I get it. He's saving himself and, he thinks Lisa's going down, but like he could still like plant some other seeds in there or
right,
um
right. Yeah, he could do that. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough position because you're fighting against what somebody obviously faithful, what
yeah.
his you're fighting against his last words. So I can see that, like, that's, I mean, how are you going to fight that? But yeah, and then, but yeah, he could have done, obviously, he could have done more than what he did.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, everyone walking into breakfast, it doesn't really seem like all eyes are on Lisa per se, because I mean, Steven, he's questioning whether he's in the hot seat because, about the cards and, now all of a sudden Colton's saying he's going to just take a back seat and let people talk. And then, I think Lisa trying to play on the fact that Natalie wanted it so bad
Right.
was
Yeah, that was a good, if Rob was
strategy.
going to help, yeah, if Rob was going to help out, he should have helped out with that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like he could have like fed into something that was already thrown out there, not necessarily maybe
Hmm.
put something out there, but like if there's another seed, why not water it in another direction versus
Right.
keeping all eyes on Lisa? Um, but yeah, and then you learn that Johnny, he's suspecting now Colton, Natalie, and Lisa for his
Right.
top three. So then you move on to after breakfast. And so Candace is also now, feeding into the story of Natalie and how bad she wanted it, possibly to make her
Mhm.
look like she's a faithful, but really a traitor just to take that antidote away from somebody.
Right.
Which, again, I think it was the best strategy for them, to distract from Lisa. Because, yeah, what else? But,
Right.
and then luckily Natalie, she, slips up and says, how we fix them and said
Hmm.
and then she's like she changes her words like, well, we banished
Hmm.
one, and she says that with in front of Lisa and
I've
Tara.
never had seen
So many
a
slip
traitor
ups.
with so many saying we. We got rid of them.
Yeah,
I have never, what, was Michael, it was who, Portia, it
yeah.
was, now Natalie. Hmm.
I know. I've never seen the poor choice of words used before, and
Yeah.
yeah, they're all on the season.
Yep. Yep.
But So, but anyways, Lisa's in there. She's like, yes, like I am gonna try to take this and run with it. Um,
Yeah. And that was good. That was a good angle, I thought to go with.
yeah, yeah. But okay, so this is where Rob, I was like, why would he do this? Because I think he seals Lisa's fate in this conversation. He's with
Laura.
Mora,
Of
Steve,
course, they're always together.
yeah. And then Stephen and Mark. And, he's like, if there's two different stories, that usually indicates that someone's lying, saying that
No.
Lisa. And I'm like, why? Like, again, you're doing
Yeah.
the opposite of what you should be doing as a traitor.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's unfair to Lisa. I mean, she can't fight. She can't fight what against somebody that's not even there.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, did you have anything before the mission?
Just in the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You said that, that Johnny shares about him thinking it's Colton, Natalie, and Lisa, and then Lisa in her car talks about Natalie's slip.
Yeah, that's all I really had. And then they go on to the mission, which is to collect gold, and
Right,
whoever has the most gold, they get to play for the dagger, which the dagger gives that person 2 votes at a round table.
right,
Which again, this is a new twist.
right.
They've never had anything to have this much pull at a round table. And so, I mean, this having 2 votes can, yeah, easily help you depending on how you play it. The only thing that I noted here was, the whole thing with Lisa giving Steven her gold, um,
Yeah,
because people found that weird, and that kind of
yeah,
plays in later.
yeah. I liked her comment about, you have professional athletes, doing all this, and why basically even try?
Yeah.
But I mean, Rob and Colton, they spent all that time shooting at the urns, and they really doubled. Well, I mean, they really got, because I forget how much extra they got for every urn they
Yeah,
smashed.
I didn't write it down, but I mean, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean Rob was just
they made up a
knocking.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even to
yeah.
where the point where Colton had to carry his backpack because it was so heavy for him. Like,
No, and then the housewives, they just want to make it up the hill.
yeah, they're just like, no, forget it. Let's just go.
Who was
Yeah.
that? Candace? Candace didn't even have anything.
No. Just like I wasted all my goals. Yeah. uh so yeah, the top people who had to play the next round for the dagger was Colton, Eric, Mark, Natalie, and then Rob. Oh, and Steven.
I thought it was good. Natalie was in there with the guys. I thought,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, she
she's a good player anyway.
yeah, and then I kind of liked how they did it where, you know, Rob had to, because he had the most gold, he had to figure out who was lying in regards to the card. What are the odds though? Natalie's the one who got the dagger,
I know.
and then Rob, wins it from her.
Yeah. Yeah, but she did have a tell. Yeah, because nobody else really had a tell. She was really the only one because she closed her mouth, I think, and she did something with her lips, and then she answered. Yeah.
Yeah. So then after though, it's Rob who makes now I'm gonna call him the dagger pack. Because now they're all together, and as you see, like they even like later on they keep coming back together. So now they're like, a little group that they
Yeah.
trust.
Hmm.
And he's like, let's not tell anyone who has a dagger. And
Right.
yeah, so I mean, this play I thought was smart of Rob, especially being a traitor, to
Right.
have, these people trust in him and whatnot.
No,
So
I mean, he's playing his own game, and I mean, nobody suspects that he's a traitor. So, I
yeah,
mean, he's doing something right.
yeah. I just
I
don't
hate,
like that he doesn't do anything for the traitors. Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because he wants to play his game. I mean,
Hmm.
he's not like Boston Rob and some of the other ones that are real aggressive. I mean, he's definitely laid back, but he basically he just puts holes in the other traders' boats and lets them sink.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Essentially,
did that.
he's like, I just sit back. I just watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very different gameplay. Yeah, because we're used to seeing when they go against each other that they're so aggressive, and he's just not. I mean, good for
Yeah.
him, but yeah, it's bad for the traders.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad to have him on their team as
Yeah.
the traders.
Well, Candace has, I don't know if it's after the mission, but Candace lets Lisa know that Johnny's been talking about her.
Yeah, that was after the mission.
Okay.
And this is also where Lisa brings up, Natalie's conversation to the group
Mhm.
that's eating in the kitchen as well. And it was helpful that Tara does confirm, her story. Not like Maura, who's like, I don't remember. But
I bet if it involved Rob, she would remember.
yeah, probably. Um, but yeah, and then this is where Steven, when the group gets back, he's the first one into the kitchen and is like, nope, we made a pact. We're not gonna, tell anybody. Johnny tries to sway Steven though at this point, because it was kind of like a mention or talked about in the kitchen that they were all gonna go in voting for Natalie at this point. So
Right.
he's trying to also now sway Steven to vote for Natalie.
Yeah.
And then Steven goes and runs and tells Rob the plan.
Yeah. But I like Johnny's strategy because, he's like, all we need is, 7 to control
The
the vote.
votes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has that good strategy. It's just never seems to work.
I know, and something happens that never plays out. But yeah.
But it's good. I mean, that's the way to do it is to control the votes. But
Hmm.
and I guess sometime in between his strategy and the round table, something happens. And if,
Yeah.
and people are swayed. But
Yeah, it's all the discussion at the round table. People are easily swayed to a different direction.
yeah, this round table definitely swayed people, I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, so going into the round table, I think Lisa is the one who starts off to say about Natalie and that whole conversation, because that's essentially
Right.
what she's trying to play for, because she knows that she's going to be in the hot seat. And even, Johnny, he jumps on the train as well to say, well, you did want it so aggressively, in regards to the antidote. But then, of course, it's brought in regards to what Jam Jam said. And, Mara's like, well,
Well, I actually liked Natalie, when she defended herself, against Lisa. Because she basically said that Lisa, this was all that she had to,
oh, yeah, yeah,
to try to protect herself. So I really liked that. I thought that was a good comment.
yeah. Because, I mean, it's true. It's true. She just wants everyone else to know, like, this is
Yeah,
it, and just points it out for anyone who doesn't see it for what it is.
right,
Yeah. But yeah, the whole, the kissing thing comes up,
right,
and I mean, Dorinda does step in and she's like, yeah, but she also
mhm,
um, air kissed me, and
right,
I think Candace jumps in, and there's several people that, come to her defense and says, well, it was, the air kissing thing.
right.
And then this is where Rob, he comes in and he defends Natalie and spins it on Lisa.
Yeah,
And then I think this is when all the
yeah,
votes turn.
yeah.
So
I don't know why he did that.
no,
Yeah, that
because
was
again, he threw Lisa under the bus even more. I don't.
yeah, all I could think of is, he'd rather work with Natalie than with Lisa. I
I
mean,
know.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
also, okay, so I kind of think, like, because I think it's yeah, this episode before the round table, he does say something about having two angry or scary housewives come after him. So
right.
I think, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like, that maybe at breakfast with both of them, you
yeah,
know,
coming
coming
against
at
him.
him, he didn't like that. So maybe this was his way of
Yeah.
saying, well, I can get rid of one of them. I
Yeah,
don't
and I
know.
think I think he comes across as like an introvert, like Ron, so maybe he just gets overwhelmed, with
about personalities.
yeah, I think because I don't I just don't understand his strategy. I mean, obviously, other than looking like a traitor hunter, but
Hmm.
I don't understand. I think because he's so laid back and he's so yeah, I think he's just an introvert. I think he must get overwhelmed. That's all I can think of. And then he just is like, one of them's got to go.
Yeah. There was just there yeah, I mean, I just didn't feel like there was a need for him to step in at the round
No,
table.
there wasn't. There wasn't. That's what I'm thinking is that maybe he
Yeah, he was
you
like,
know
"Okay, I've had enough."
right, yeah. Maybe and maybe that's why he just is like, for his game, because it is a lot. It's a lot of stress to be a traitor, and maybe he just felt it was too much to have two of them going after him.
Yeah. Yeah, could be.
I don't know. Who knows? But
Yeah.
he did what he did.
So it's no surprise that Lisa's the one who got the most votes. And Candace, she messed up
Mhm.
here
Yeah,
because she let her I think feelings get in the way too much because she was so mad at Rob, and so her
right.
throwaway vote was for Rob. And I feel
Yeah,
like if she would have just stuck to, Natalie, or I don't know, or
yeah.
somebody else, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it put a big target on her back.
Yeah, because this is somebody that has voted for Ron no matter what. And
Hmm.
like we talked about that, was it last episode? Instead of voting for Colton, she continues to vote for Ron. So she's consistent. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, what? And you're going to, it's going to be found out that Lisa is a traitor. So why are you going to put down Rob, who looks like a traitor hunter? Why are you, are you
Yeah.
going, why are you going after him? You know, yeah, yeah. I think I agree. She let her emotions get in the way, and yeah, that was a bad move.
Yeah. That was a bad vote for sure. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I was gonna say, and Dorinda votes for Mara.
Yeah.
The two housewives.
Yeah. I was, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, well, then I just have a little bit of, the discussion after the round table. Colton, he pulls Johnny aside to talk to him
Right.
about Steven possibly being it, but Johnny's, suspecting, obviously we already know Colton. And then I thought this was funny because it's Mara, Colton, and Rob, and they're discussing Candace, and Rob feeds into this, and then you have
Yeah.
the flip side where Johnny and Candace are talking, and at first it's like about Colton, but then Candace feeds into, well, it could be Rob, is the one that's actually pulling the strings behind Colton.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, this episode leaves off on, obviously, the traitors are now not in an alliance anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Lisa and Candace had each other's back. So when Rob blew that up, I think
Mhm.
he blew up the traders.
Yeah. So stay tuned for the next episode to see how the traitors, if they can come together and work it through or not. We'll see you guys there.
Yay.